Hey, I'm Kelly. Welcome to my channel. This is my first ever video about Tesla. I've been doing videos since 2015. I cover topics of interest to me like country music video, concert videos, food and wine fest, travel vlogs, product reviews, do-it-yourself projects, Orlando theme parks, and now Tesla. Just bought my first Tesla in July of 2023, so I'm going to be producing a lot more videos about Tesla and all the accessories that I bought and installed and put in it. So if you are thinking about getting a Tesla, this channel might be of interest to you because I'm going to be presenting stuff from a perspective of somebody who's never owned a Tesla before, never owned an electric vehicle before, and I'll be presenting all the things, all the discoveries that I've learned about this car in the few months, actually 1 month since I bought the car. So I did buy a ton of accessories off of Amazon Prime during Prime days, so I'll be demoing those in future videos. I'll be exploring the hardware, the software features like autopilot, enhanced autopilot, FSD beta. I'll be going over all the config and setups that you can do on the big screen there in the car, the driving experience, and anything else related to Tesla that is of interest or topical. Please like and subscribe to my channel if any of these topics that I've mentioned appeals to you. My Tesla referral code. So if you were to buy a car, a Tesla, and you don't have a friend already that has one that you can use as a referral, use me. I'll get rewarded, you'll get rewarded, and everyone will be happy. I will certainly be happy if you were to use my my link there. I also will have this in the description of the video itself. So I bought a Tesla Model Y long range, dual motor, all-wheel drive. I ordered it on July 5th, 2023. I took delivery on July 26th, 2023. Yes, the car is right behind me in this picture. It was manufactured in Austin, Texas. It has the latest hardware, which is known as Hardware 4 on it. It does not have matrix headlights. Let me go into the details on the cost of this car and how I have it configured. So once again, it's a Model Y long range dual motor all-wheel drive, $50,000 and $50,490. White paint is included, and I think one other color is nowadays, but I wanted red, so that's $2,000 more. These next four are standard options that I kept. 19-inch Gemini wheels. You can get bigger wheels if you want. The black interior, white is available. I thought the white looks great, but I was just worried that it's too white, too bright, and would show any kind of stain or anything, any marks that would happen to get on it would be hard to cover up. Maybe I'm wrong about that. But also I'm a Georgia Bulldog fan. I went to school there, and their colors are red and black, so that's another reason. It's a 5-seater. You can do an option for 7 seats. They would be pretty crammed, but I don't know why anyone would do 7-seat. To me, I guess if you have little kids, maybe. And it includes the autopilot, which keeps you in your lane and does the smart stuff like cruise control, where it will slow down if the car in front of you slows down. And, adaptive cruise control, they have a bunch of different names for it. So that's included automatically. But I also splurged and got the enhanced autopilot, which was $6,000 option. This has a lot of features, half of which are not currently active on my car because the hardware's new. But I know it's coming. Plus, the main one was the auto steering, auto navigate steering. I forget what they call it, but basically on the highway, if you put in a destination, it will not only keep you in your lane, but it will switch lanes if it needs to keep the speed that you want to go. It'll even exit the highway at the exit that it needs to for you. So you pretty much, it'll drive for you, even though you have to keep your hands on the wheel when you're on the highway. Don't have it listed here, but I ordered a wall connector, a Tesla wall connector. I think somewhere around $450 range. They're constantly changing their prices. It'll probably be $500 by the time I make this video. So that's what's permanently installed in my garage, would be a Tesla wall connector. And I also bought the mobile connector. So this is a bag with, like, say you drive over to a friend's house and they don't have a Tesla wall connector, you could plug in to regular power there, or a dryer outlet, or it has everything you need to plug in somewhere else. So I think I mentioned that I bought a bunch of accessories and stuff off of Amazon Prime, and so I'm going to be doing future videos about those. A little bit about me. Let me get rid of this. There we go. A little bit about me. I'm married. I'm retired. So is my wife. We're both retired. We had two cars before this Tesla. Honda CR-V 2019 and 2007 Infiniti G35. We were looking to replace the Infiniti because it's getting up there in age and had some issues with it recently. We mostly just drive around town, and we're usually driving together, but occasionally we need two cars to do separate things. And what really got the ball rolling and why I ended up buying this car when I did was that we came home one day and my garage was flooded because the hot water heater had broken. It was over 15 years old. So I had it replaced. When they replaced it, the installers told me I didn't have a ground wire for the water heater. So I was a little concerned about that, so I called an electrician to ground the wire. I thought maybe they could just ground it in the garage somewhere. But no, when they came, they had to run a new power cable all the way from the other end of the house, from the panel to the hot water heater in the garage. And so when I found that out, I said, well, go ahead, and since you're going to be in the attic and doing all that wiring work, go ahead and put in a circuit for an electric vehicle. So they put in a 50 amp circuit to the garage for an electric vehicle. So now I'm all set. I had no excuse of why not to get an electric vehicle. We did some test drives of the Tesla Model 3 and Y. We also test drove a Honda Ioniq 5, which I thought was a cool car, and considered like the Chevy Bolt EUV as well, which I think the price on that is such a good deal. I know it doesn't have the range and the charging speed is dismal, but for the price, I thought that was a pretty good deal. But ultimately, we did decide on the Tesla. And the reason, there's several reasons, but electric cars are the only type of cars that they make. I think they are the leaders, I think, as far as battery technology goes. And cars are made in the United States, so they do qualify for that $7,500 federal tax credit. So that was another sort of selling point. Some of these other cars, like the Hyundai, wouldn't qualify for that, even though it's cheaper. It's Model Y, I believe, is probably the best-selling electric vehicle worldwide, and it's like maybe a top 3 or 4 overall cars sold worldwide right now, I believe. So a lot of people like it for a reason, because it's a great car. I like the fact that you can find tons of accessories online to buy for this car, for all the Teslas actually. Did I think I was going to save money, not having to buy gas? Hard to say. Probably not, just because the car is, even with the tax break and the price reductions they had, it's still an expensive car. Probably a lot more than an equivalent gas car. It's hard to compare, but that wasn't my primary reason. I thought the technology in it was really cool. I liked the autopilot features and all that good stuff, and how different it was from other cars. Is it better for the environment? I got people that tell me yes, no, but my opinion, it's just my opinion, is that yes, ultimately it is better for the environment. There is a bigger carbon footprint to produce the car, but according to studies, within a few thousand miles or less of driving, then it is better for the environment, because whatever the carbon footprint to produce is offset by, like, you're not producing any emissions when you're driving it. So after a few thousand miles or less of driving, I think it is better for the environment. I've had people tell me, oh, well, the batteries all just fill landfills when they're done with them. And if you go on the Tesla website, you'll see they say they recycle 100% of the components of the battery. So there you go. But I don't really want to get into that argument about Teslas and electric vehicles. I know a lot of people have strong opinions on that. I just thought it was a cool car. I just need something around town, so I'm not really concerned about charging and road trips and stuff. I've got a Honda CR-V. I can do road trips if I'm really concerned about time and not sitting at a charger. But that being said, though, the Tesla, they got the best charging network. And they're sort of exclusive to Tesla, at least for the next few years, until some of these other automakers that have adopted the Tesla charging standard actually produce cars. I think it'll be 2025 before that happens, before they produce cars that have the ability to use Tesla chargers. Anyway, I'm old, I'm retired, I've always lived within my means, and it was time to splurge on a cool car. So hopefully in this video you've got to know me a little bit better, and I've encouraged you to subscribe to my channel. More videos coming soon on Tesla. Please like and subscribe, and leave some comments on questions or anything related to Tesla or any of the other things that I do videos on. And use my referral code if you buy a Tesla and you don't have anyone else that has one. I appreciate you watching. See you soon in the next video.